Hi everybody, welcome to another Toy of the Day here on casterscorner.com. You can get this cool baseball shirt up on our TeePublic link down below. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm your host Khalil here for your Toy of the Day here on our live YouTube channel. You might have noticed yesterday that there was a break in the video. I promise you, I didn't edit it. Jackson just needed to go outside and he came and saw me, so I really didn't have a choice. I had to get up. And I didn't want to re-record the whole video, so there is a break, but there are no actual edits. So technically, we're still good there. I'm hoping that I figured out how to edit it by the time you're seeing this. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow's video. We'll see. Follow us. We're at Caster's Corner. Check out the Cornercast podcast. Check out our t-shirts. And you are here to talk about this big fiery dude right here. Clancy Brown, immortalized in plastic in the Marvel Legends line, who he voiced Surtur in Thor Ragnarok. I gotta say, Thor Ragnarok might be one of the best Marvel MCU movies to date. The characters that were in it, the dialogue, the storyline, everything was just great. I think giving Taika Waititi so much space to really create, and I really hope that I'm saying his name right, just really was, it just showed the fun of this, just showed. And our friend Dwight at Hasbro was super psyched about getting this guy out. Clancy Brown even tweeted a picture of him with Surtur, which is super cool. So much a part of like so much, pop culture stuff. Lex Luthor on Justice League, like just so many Carnival. He's Eiling on The Flash, the Sheriff in Sleepy Hollow. Just so many great things that he's been part of. Shawshank Redemption. I know it's outside pop, the comic book world, but still, like, great. So Surtur is a bigger figure, and I really wanted to be able to. I mean, look, he's standing up, and his head is still on screen, so that gives you a little bit and of idea of how big he is. And I'm looking for another legend to show you how big he actually is. So we haven't reviewed this yet, but I'll grab the Iron Man from the final battle of Endgame. So here's Iron Man. Here's Surtur. So he's a big figure. He is one of the biggest ones we've gotten that isn't a HasLab, which is a nice thing to have. Here's him next to the Ironmonger, which, again, we haven't gotten to yet, but just shows you that he is also much bigger than Ironmonger, and this is a huge figure we'll talk about later. He is in completely translucent plastic, so shining light through him really does show off all the features. The skull here, it's a little bit soft, so definitely got bent a little bit in there, but that screaming head, the giant sword, the sword itself is, I think, is almost as big as the figure. So this thing is massive. Again, it is not as translucent. The lighter side does let a little bit of light through, but not as translucent as the fire body here. So he's got the two sword hands, which just popped off for me. Two sword hands, or gripping hands. He's got articulation at the mid chest there. He's got the rocker here. But he's got no waist, so he can't actually turn at the waist. He can turn at the torso, but not the waist. Mine has a little bit of loose feet here, which is a little bit disappointing because he's such a big figure. This will be a problem at some point. I don't want him to shelf dive. I worry about translucent figures as a whole. They never seem as solid as the regular plastic figures. But this big guy's pretty impressive to see. He's got little flames coming off that are molded in and glued in, so they're not removable at all. He's got ankle articulation there, like lower calf pivots there, rocker ankles. Right, yeah, he's got rocker ankles, so you can do some really fun poses. He is not as big as he should be. In the film, he was taller than a building, He'd have to be bigger than Galactus and the Sentinel, probably combined. So I am okay with the size that we got. Reminds me of the Surtur from the beginning of the film. He does come with alternate hands. I wanted to make sure I didn't lose them, so they're already bagged for me. So he's got like the claw hand here, again, translucent. And he's got the straight up fist there, again, translucent. So all the stuff on him is really translucent except for the sword. This guy is one impressive figure. Now, besides the weak ankle, which is, your mileage may vary. Yours might be nice and tight and there's no problem with them. Mine isn't, so I just worry about that. I worry about the long-term longevity of the translucent plastic. A lot of my figures that are translucent from recent years, plastic definitely starts to break down. I hope he does not suffer from that. He's got a decent range of motion. He's really good capturing the likeness from the film. The grill marks, as I call them, really kind of accent the translucency of, is that a word? Of the figure. So where's my criticism? Okay. So this guy's about 50, 60 bucks. Okay. Depending on where you got him. We picked ours up at Target, Bill and I, one of the only Targets in the state to get him so far. So we're very proud. You know, I wasn't sure I was going to get him. I legitimately ran from the parking lot to the Target door to get to him. I don't remember the last time I ran, but I ran. Wasn't very fast, but I still ran. It's one of those things. I ran for this toy, and I was hoping to beat Bill to it, and they had an extra one for Bill. So I got mine. Bill got his. Everybody was happy. I think my criticism for this guy is, for the price point, there's one thing that would have made this absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. If they came with just the skull. So that you could put this on Thor's back from Ragnarok. That would have been just perfect. That's the one accessory that's missing. I know it probably would have raised the cost of the figure. I would have been okay with that, honestly, if we got that. We could have gotten some chains from Michael's or Home Depot, wrapped it around, and I'd have to take a look at it from the movie on whether or not, if we remove this head, cast it, and then make a mold of it, and then resin it, if it's skeletal enough, if we painted it skeletal enough to be that, I think that would be really cool. So that might be a project that I try. Something else I wanted to cast too. Oh, those extra parts for Ultron. So we might go on a casting. We might experiment with casting once we hit 365, and maybe we'll have a little more time. Maybe we won't do one every day. We'll see. So there you go. Marvel Legends Surtur, part of the Infinity Saga sets, and hopefully you can get your hands on him. Walmart was shipping him, Target shipping him, and of course our friend Mike at Mike Toys and Stuff will be carrying this as well, so you can check him out. So there you go. Surtur from the Marvel Legends series, Infinity Saga Wave grouping, fall offering. I don't even know what to call it. Yearly fall offering from the Legends team. And spending a lot on Legends. I am. I got a few more reviews coming soon. So I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Something from the back there. Might be the Ark. Might be Rodimus. Might be Lando laying down up there. Might be Tech. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But one of those things will be the toy of the day tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Full gallery of this guy up on castorscorner.com. Follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner. Check out our shirts on TeePublic. Check out the podcast, the Cornercast podcast, up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. We love the conversation. Keep it going in the comments. Have you found him? Do you want him? Is he too expensive? Do you know how to cast things? Doesn't hurt to ask. Good tutorials that we can follow, or help us out with it if you're in Connecticut. And we will see you tomorrow for another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com. See you tomorrow, everybody.